Excited to be on here. I'm going to get us a good, clean recording. We had our networking event inside the Real Estate Agent Referral Network this morning, and lots of people said they wanted the replay, so we'll definitely get that out to everybody. But if we haven't met everyone, my name is Jimmy Ezel, and I am the founder and CEO for Trip Valet. We've been in business since 2017, and I get the distinct honor and privilege to be able to share with you something that we're going to launch inside the Real Estate Agent Referral Network group, and that is our unforgettable Realtor system. Now, this system I'm going to share with you today, of course, is targeted for for real estate agents, brokers, that type of thing. But of course, it can be used for any industry. And so, what we want to do today is really, be able to share with you some things that we think that could help you all become unforgettable. How many of you want to be unforgettable? Type that in the chat. Let me know. Type in a number 1 if you want to be unforgettable, because we definitely want to help you do that. Right. So with that, let me go and get started. We'll get a good, clean recording for everybody as well, for all of our friends. I know realtors are busy, mortgage, title, everyone's busy in this space. And so we want to make sure that we'll build out a nice library inside the group going forward as well. Debbie and I, we have been working together for many, many years. And, I remember we joining her Facebook group. Jennifer, 140,000 people when we joined. And now, of course, you all know it's one of the largest, if not largest, active real estate groups in the world. And we got to help do that because of vacations and incentives and things like that. Right. So with that, let me go ahead and get started. And so we're going to talk about the unforgettable realtor system. Now, the whole idea today is how to create memorable client experiences that lead to stronger relationships, repeat business, and more referrals. How many of you want that? Say me in the chat, and we'll get started, right? Now, the thing is, here's my promise to you today. This is not another buy more leads webinar, right? Because I know working with realtors over the years, you guys get bombarded by these, right? It's not one of those. Today, what you're going to learn is how to create follow-up that feels authentic and not awkward. We're going to talk about how you can learn to build client appreciation moments people remember, and then also using simple experiences to drive repeat business and referrals, right? If that sounds good, then you're going to enjoy this, right? Because the big problem, and I started talking about this last week, is that after closing, most realtors, what do? You work incredibly hard to get the client, then accidentally disappear, right? You get busy, right? And your past clients may love you, but if you're not visible in a meaningful way, someone else can become the agent that they remember, right? Drop me if you've ever had a client, a past client, use another agent and thought, wait a second, what happened, right? Well, we know that happens because we've actually had several realtors tell us that, right? In the last session we had. And so if that's you, let's address that today, okay? Because I want you to have what I call an aha moment right now, right? Being liked is not the same as being remembered, okay? This is why we use the word unforgettable. Clients can have a great experience with you, but they'll still forget to refer you, right? And this is a big deal, right? Especially, if you're in the, real estate agent group, you're seeing constant people saying, how can I be different? Well, you got to be one of those people, one of those agents that gets remembered. See, the fortune is not just in the follow-up. You've heard that, right? The fortune's in the follow-up. Actually, it's in the memorable follow-up, right? That's probably a writer downer, all right? It's in the memorable follow-up, okay? And so let's talk about the repeat business window. A past client may not buy or sell again for years. You all know the statistics on this, but they may know a friend who is moving. They may have a family member buying, right? They may hear a coworker needs an agent, okay? They may meet a neighbor preparing to sell, right? Your job is to stay valuable enough to be remembered before the referral moment happens, okay? This is how you become unforgettable. Right. And so the unforgettable realtor system, the 3 simple outcomes that your client experience should create is this. 1, being remembered. Your clients think of you before the next real estate conversation happens. Think about this. We're thinking ahead, right? You want to show, you appreciate it, right? You want to show appreciation. They feel seen, valued, and personally connected way beyond the transaction. And the last one is referred. They have a natural reason to introduce you to friends, family, and coworkers, right? And so let's talk about this. Number one, step one, create memory moments. People remember moments more than messages. Okay. Happy anniversary surprises, right? Okay, these are I'm going to give you a list of some things here, and some of these you've already are using or maybe have forgotten. Every time when we're in business and we're building our businesses, there's always these little reminders, right, to do things, right? So let me give you a few. So home anniversary surprises. Okay, you got to touch people on their pain points and their love points, right? And so when they purchase that home, that home anniversary is a good one. How about welcome home gifts with real meaning? Okay. All right. Here's another one, local favorites guides after closing. Right. You're starting to, build that relationship with them, creating these memories, and putting things in front of them where they'll have those moments. Personal congratulations videos. Okay. How about this one? The first 30 days in the home check-in. Right? These are all ways that make the client feel like a person and not a transaction. This is huge. We've got to start to make this shift. And folks, what I'm going to show to you today doesn't cost a lot of money, right, to do these things. It just takes being intentional. Okay. That word intentional is very important. So follow up with feeling. And step two is following up without feeling awkward. The easiest follow up is value based follow up, right? So first 30 days, check in and ask how the first month is going in their home. Just do a check-in, right? Very simple. 90 days out later, send a helpful home ownership tip or maybe even a local vendor recommendation. We talk a lot about TOMA, top of mind awareness, right? These are little things. How about 6 months later, send a personal touch. Look, maybe something going on with a local event, restaurant, maybe a seasonal idea to make their home improved, anything like that. But then in the 1 year, celebrate their home anniversary and invite a referral conversation. We'll give you a tip that you can use for 1 year anniversaries as well. But the whole idea is that you serve before you sell. Step three, build a client appreciation counter. Consistency beats random acts of marketing, folks. Right? So build a client appreciation counter. Now, many of you are in brokerages, and because we work with so many of them, I've heard of these touches, 33 touch, all the, if you're in some of these big brokerages, you know what I'm talking about. So the thing is, build this calendar for yourself. I get the fortunate opportunity to work with a lot of realtors, and I know one specifically last fall. I got to sit in on some meetings and watch her put her appreciation calendar together. So let me give you some things. January, home goals or tax document reminders. Get them prepared, right? The spring, how about local market updates or a home prep checklist? Going from winter to spring. This is another one, right, where you can give them some ideas. In the summer, have barbecues, ice cream, or family events. Okay, these are great. Getting your clients together, showing them that you're just, what's interesting is that people don't invest in these things, but little do they know they're very, very big ROI because it just shows you outside of just being a realtor, right? Getting together with your clients. How about the fall? Hosting maybe a pumpkin patch or a pie event, of course, giving away pies. This works well. Photo days, taking pictures for the fall. These are great events of just showing appreciation. How about in December? Gratitude note, referral thank yous, those type of things. But build a client appreciation calendar. Why? Because it just separates you from everybody else. So one of the things is in the chat, if you have time real quick, what is the best client appreciation idea you have ever done or seen? Okay. Love to see these and be able to share these with the other ideas. Always come into this, we're going to be doing this every week, the same channel inside of this real estate group, talking about lots of different marketing ideas, lots of things that agents are using, that our agents are using, that are part of what we call the Trip Valley family, the whole unforgettable system, realtor system. And so we'll be sharing these, right? Step four, create story-worthy experiences. People refer stories, not scripts, okay? Community events like client appreciation nights, family photo events, coffee meetups, pie giveaways, local vendor events. These are story-worthy experiences. People love to post these, right? Right? I see someone talking about they had a scavenger hunt or a zoo. Yeah, see, these are things. This is what you should be doing, right? Pop buys. I love hearing these stories. I'm actually in there's another Facebook group that's all about pop buys, right? Make sure you go find it. You should go get ideas in there. You know, but here's the thing: they're seasonal, they're useful, and they're easy to remember. Make it personal, okay? Separate yourself from everybody else, right? We're the word for everything we do in this and on these Zooms is about being unforgettable, okay? So make it personal, not generic. Lifestyle perks. Now, this is where we're going to help you guys out. All right. Travel, of course. I mean, it's no secret. I'm not trying to hide anything. Everybody knows what we do, but travel, restaurant experiences, and thank you gifts that create conversation. We'll do a little bit of training on this today. And so the question is, will they talk about this later? Okay. I want to share my first story with you. Some of you may know this gentleman. He's one of the biggest realtors and one of the biggest brokerages. I don't need to name drop all the brokerage names, but Steve Johns, and I want to share a story with you. So Steve's been a client and a friend for many, many years. He actually sold our first home to us. This is way before I was in the working with realtors when we moved from Oklahoma to Kansas City. And he's with Keller Williams, the biggest office here in Kansas City. We were at happy hour and we go to church together and we were at happy hour. And we were just sitting around, we were talking, and Steve goes, "Jimmy, I have another client going on one of your trips." I go, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Yeah, she's going to Branson, Missouri. So excited, and she's going for a week, and it's like $350 for the entire week." I'm like, "Oh, because Branson's close here." And he was just talking about how excited she was. I said, "But Steve, you know really what we're doing here, right?" And he's like, "No," kind of joking. I said, "Steve, she will never ever pick another realtor in her life. She tells everybody about you because you give her a experience every year." He gives them a vacation. See, folks, this is how you become unforgettable. I want you to think about this. When was the last time someone that you did business with sent you on a vacation? You think about the vacations you've been on, right? And the memories that you create with your family. So this is really the story behind the story of what can happen when you start to create and think outside of the box about these unforgettable experiences, right? So let's keep going. Step 5, add referral triggers. Make it easy for clients to think of you and talk about you. Okay. So after a great review, ask who else you can help. Okay. All right. You got to ask, right? And one of the things is because the more that you're creating these moments and doing things for people, right? They will remember you. Okay. And so after a client appreciation event, invite them to bring a friend. Okay. Start to tap into their sphere of influence, right? After a milestone gift, include a simple referral card. These are just little triggers so that way you're top of mind and so that way that you can get some more referrals. After a travel incentive, ask who would love this same experience. This morning I was on the networking group. Make sure if you're part of the real estate agent referral network, come on Thursdays. It's the same time every week and network because it is very, very powerful. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. You're just part of the community because it's good to start. If you think about it, if you're in there and you were to get 3 referrals a year, even, how much would that be worth to you, right? Maybe 5 referrals if you're in there. But then also all the things that you experience and things that you're going to listen to. So and learn from. And so ask someone, okay, who would love this same experience. And this today, and I'm going to show you guys this. I was telling some of the agents how, like, if you do a listing, right, the typical listing, how many of you would agree? You do a listing and you get like 3 or 5 comments. Well, today I was giving away vacation incentives to the realtors to use it on their upcoming listings, and they were all so thankful. And so that's part of my follow-up today is to get them that. So you think about how can you, right, create these referrals. Referral growth happens when appreciation creates conversation. Okay. So where does travel incentives fit in? See, travel is memorable because it creates a story. And let me remind everybody, one of the reasons why I love this industry, when I got involved with our company's brand since 2017, it was only a $7 trillion industry back then. And that's still pretty big. But ladies and gentlemen, today it's over 13 trillion, right? It is the second largest industry in the world. So what you want to do, what I will teach you, all right, in this group is how to leverage travel to grow your business and to keep your clients for life. How many of you want that, right? So let me share some tips on this, things that have been working for many agents all over the world, right? Open houses. This is a big one because most of you probably have done an open house and probably got fake emails. Well, offer a high value follow up gift that helps you capture attention and the correct information here. This is a big one, right? You'll actually get actual real email addresses if you do this properly, right? And I'll show you how to do that. Past clients, say thank you to them. That feels bigger than just another generic gift card. Give them a complimentary vacation. Right? We'll talk a little bit about that. Referrals, of course. Reward your referral partners with a memorable experience they can talk about. See, think about this. If they refer you a client, you do business with them, and then you gave them a vacation that they could go on, do you think they'd be maybe more prone to refer more business to you? Of course they would be, right? And so that's where our vacation incentives can fit in. So please do not refer generic, I'm sorry, people do not refer generic realtors. They refer the agent who made them feel seen, appreciated, and there's that word, unforgettable. Okay. So Trip Valley Incentives is built for realtors. It's a simple way to make appreciation, follow-up, and referrals more memorable, right? You can give vacations to clients, prospects, referrals. If you're doing events, if you're doing the networking events as well, those are great. Use incentives for your open houses, listing appointments. I'll talk about that in a second. Past client appreciation and referral campaigns. Create a reason to follow up that does not feel salesy or awkward. Okay. And you can stand out in a crowded market without cutting commission or chasing colder leads, right? So more memorable than just another pen, wine, a cutting board, or some of the things that people give. Let's give away vacations. Okay. Now, this question always comes up, Jimmy, are there any RESPA or state regulations I need to be concerned about? Well, I'm glad you asked. Okay. Remember, you are in a regulated industry. We work with realtors all over the world, but you cannot use our program as an inducement to list or buy. Use them in examples like these, okay? During an information gathering, maybe like opt-ins for your MLS search, maybe CMAs, right? FSBOs, expired listings, search strip campaigns. You can use it more for marketing, okay? Showing appreciation, after the closing on a home. I've seen the videos. I've seen how people will just put the vacation with it, right? If they're giving a gift, okay. Home anniversary. We'll talk a little bit more about that. This is a big one. We're in the month of May. Every single client you have that's ever purchased a home from you, okay, right, or listed with you, and so you sold their home in the month of May should be getting a complimentary vacation as one of your touches, okay. And if you're using CRMs out there like Follow Up Boss, we're in their back office. Yeah, we have a campaign in there. You can use these, okay, in terms of being able to show appreciation. Google reviews, another big one, okay. Birthdays, anniversary, things like National Nurses Week, okay. We'll talk about some of these here a little bit more here. I'll give you some more ideas. And of course, lead generation, networking, online contests, boosts, trade shows, all great ways to be able to use vacation incentives, okay? And so the disclaimer, please check with your broker if you have any questions, but just know this, we have lots and lots of agents using it. Right, here's a few right here. Shannon P says, the amount of referrals I'm getting, the amount of extra business from my clients that I'm getting, even being able to create new seller leads, literally 50 seller leads in 7 days, all from using this system. Latika says, I love giving to others and providing VIP services to my clients. Giving away the complimentary travel certificates was an obvious gifting idea that I knew I had to provide. Kelly says, we use TVI extensively with prospecting, our customer care program, birthdays, anniversaries. I can't speak enough about what this has done for my business and my entire team, right? Just a few other agents around the country here. All right, so top ways, let me give you some more. In exchange for getting, and I really, the reason why I want to reiterate these is because hopefully today I spur something where you say, I need to add that into my daily method of operation, right? So here we go. Current home values. How about being put on MLS search strip campaign for potential homes? This is a big one. Get them on that list, ladies and gentlemen, for attending and registering at an open house. Okay. In our back office, Matt Graham did an incredible training on this. Okay. like how to really blow up your open houses. You'll find that in there. FISBO incentive. We'll even give you a script on how you can get more FISBOs. An expired listing incentive. Okay, just to get in front of it. Okay, as an annual birthday gift. There's another one. Home purchase anniversary. Right, we've talked about that one. That's a big one. Building your email list, using it to get people to opt in. Okay, running contests on social media. I'm going to show you this in real time today. Conventions, or I'm going to give you an example today. Conventions and trade shows. Okay, gift for referral partners, your sphere of influence. Appreciation gifts for like law enforcement, firefighters, military. If you're doing National Nurses Week, Teachers Week, if you know any administrators for any hospitals, I mean, you want I'll share a real story with you. We had a realtor, and she knew the administrator, gave away 1,500 vacations to all the nurses in that hospital. Talk about being the talk of the hospital, right? Little things like that. Okay. And of course, as these weeks progress, as you become members, we'll be sharing more and more ideas with you as well, and doing things live as well. So creating conversations on social media, birthdays. The great thing about Facebook, everybody, is that it tells you when it's their birthday. It gives you an opportunity to give them a vacation, right? Anniversaries and weddings. Folks, I'll share something with you. I don't know how many times I've heard this, but people sometimes can't go on a honeymoon when they first get married. They're young, right? Whatever that is. And you can give that to somebody, give that gift and at a reasonable, very reasonable price for them to create those memories. And then you become their realtor of choice. Okay. Big little extra ninja tip for you. Networking events, all right, doing raffles there. And then of course, Google reviews. Okay. Now, I want to share with you a big one that you may be able to use immediately. Okay. Um, we have taught our agents to do this. It's called the home price is right. And basically, you're going to give away a vacation, and the person that guesses closest to the listing price, right? And you can do this also on the sellable home. But I want to show you these are real agents, right? And look at this. Okay, now I want you to, first of all, let me pause. When you make a listing, how many comments do you normally get, right? I know you don't have to tell me. It's usually like 3 to 5, 7, right? But look at what Carla did here. 187 comments on this post. Now, the whole idea behind social media for a realtor is what? To get eyeballs on you, right? So you become in their feed all the time. How many of you want to be in their feed so that when they're thinking about real estate or they have a friend, you're in their feed, right? Well, this is how you do it. You doing these type of posts, and this is for a listing. Okay. And so here's another one. Look at this one. 485 comments on this one. Right. Same thing, playing that game. Okay. Getting people and you know what? And boy, this guy, he's just absolutely tearing up in his business. I follow him and I see how much business he's doing. But this is another great one. Okay. Here's another one. You guys might know this guy, the ninja, right? Kelly Wheeler. Same thing, 107 comments on this post. I mean, I've seen, look at some of these other numbers. Here's another 419 comments. Okay. 27 shares, right? But look at this. I asked to see some inside, her profile insights. Look at this 10,000 reach, folks. Think about that. Total clicks 4313 on this post. See, this is what a good campaign with travel can do for you. Okay. Bumped up her look at this, 70 new page likes in 1 month from this kind of a post. Okay. And here's another realtor using it to grow her local Facebook group. Okay. She runs contests in there. These are so I'm just today what I'm doing is I'm just sharing some ideas with you. And of course, when you have a 30-minute session with me, we'll go through this even more and share more ideas with you. Okay. Look at this. 150 people have been invited for the contest. I mean, this is leveraging travel, right? Leveraging incentives to grow your business. Let me give you a couple of more agents. If you're not using AAA incentives as part of your real estate business, you're missing a huge opportunity to really have something amazing and of value to use for your clients and future clients. Cheyenne says this. JR says AAA has changed my real estate business forever. And then Raina says our agency is getting more referrals and leads by handing out travel certificates to teachers and nurses. Excuse me, by simply showing our appreciation. Okay. the more testimonials. All right. So why does it work? Well, hotels have vacant rooms. What ends up happening is we use vacation incentives to grow businesses while filling those empty rooms. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know, since we've never been a timeshare company, we don't have a back end offer, we don't mail to the list your clients. We're only going to deal with you. Okay, so all my realtor friends, mortgage friends, just know this: that you are our client. We don't have a we don't get compensated for getting people into timeshare. So that's how we've been able to work with a lot of the bigger brokerages. And here's why. Hotels and resorts typically have 30 to 50% vacant rooms. So today, when it ends, that's lost revenue. So what we do is we fill those rooms with your clients. And so the resort, what ends up happening is that your clients, and you can use these, of course, they'll eat at the restaurants, drink at the bar, go to the pool, get a massage. But the big thing is they post on social media. And you all know what I'm talking about. You all do it as well, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just today just let you know that in our back office, you've got all the certificates back there. We've got campaigns back there. We've got a training library, and then we've got incredible support for all of you to be able to use as well. Okay. And so the whole idea here is to be able to show you this. So let me just because sometimes the Wi-Fi is bad, I want to just show you what it'll look like when you log in. You log into your member portal, okay? And then what you'll do is you can see this, you can send your client email with your own personal greeting, okay? And then once they do that, they accept it, and then they get the certificate. And just know this: not only can you email it, but you can also print off a PDF as well and to be able to give that if you're going to do it in bulk. So I know some of you have some pretty big lists. And then you'll see this little tab, certificates. This is what their back office looks like. And you'll click that. You got 3 different certificates to choose from. Our most popular one is the Dream Vacation. People love that one. You can book it completely online. Okay. And then the 3-day, 2-night Sunscape is in there. And then, of course, we have a new cruise one. We have a current cruise one. We've actually stopped it. And then we're launching our new one, which is a global one, which will be done here in June. And so be on the lookout for that one. You're going to love that one as well. And none of these, I mean, all of these, you'll be able to use being part of the program. Okay. So then what does the client do when they get it? Well, very simply, they receive it, they pay their fee to register, and folks, that usually is $19.95 to activate the vacation. Then they have an entire year to go on that vacation. So they then whenever they're ready to go, they just pay the taxes and fees on that. Now, the dream vacation, I'll give you an example. Like that's $329 for a studio room for 7 nights, but one bedroom is $399, and then a 2 bedroom is $429. So imagine your client, their family, they want to go down to Orlando, Disney World, and they're there for an entire week having fun, right? Anywhere from 350 to 450 and we're talking some of the best resorts, Vegas. Then of course I've got realtors that have told me they've got clients that went to Vietnam, Italy, Australia, all over the world, right? Bali. So you'll be able to send them to those different places as well. So then the client, once they book it, they receive a confirmation. They go on their trip. What do? They tell everybody about it, how much fun. But the big thing, remember the Steve Jobs story I was telling you? The big thing is they're going to tell people, hey, my realtor gave me that vacation. Think about that. Sitting around Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the holidays, family picnics this summer. They go, hey, Uncle Johnny, we saw you down in Mexico. How was that trip? And he's like, oh, it was so amazing, so much fun. But you won't believe this. My realtor gave me that vacation. Now think about that. All the family's like, huh? You're a realtor? Yeah. And every year, my realtor gives me another vacation. You talk about being unforgettable. That's how you do it. And I think you all know what I'm talking about. The reason why I get so excited is because I get to hear these stories. Now, let me give you some, just so you know, when your clients or you use this, we've got them all over the world, like 3,000 destinations, okay? And it's real-time inventory. So I'm going to show you the dream certificate example. So like Spain, I mean, you want to go to Spain. Can you imagine going to Spain for a 2 bedroom? Look, Expedia sells it for 1551 right now, where you can literally go for $450 staying at this place, right? Your clients or you, right? Here's another one. Look what this the studio room here. This is in Austria, right? All over the world, right? Look at the savings, Booking.com, what they're selling for, and what you or your client can go on this trip for. Oh, there's a little bit of time. That should say 329. So I lost that three in there. Okay, and then here's one. How about Bali? Right, same thing. Your studio. Look what Booking.com's selling for. I mean, being able to go to Bali, folks, for an entire week. Imagine what the memories you're going to create for your customers then. Puerto Vallarta, of course, Nuevo Vallarta, very, very popular. Look at the savings again. And this is for a 2 bedroom. So imagine your clients going down there, they're bringing their whole family, having an amazing time, right? And then here's a big one. If you've ever seen or heard of the Atlantis, you can stay at the Paradise Island Beach Club. They're right next to it, and look at the crazy, crazy amount of savings there. 92% savings there, basically, what Expedia selling for that 2 bedroom. So, having fun, and just so you get access to the Atlantis. Here's another thing, the Nevada, of course, here in Lake Tahoe, another popular destination. Look at this. Imagine sending your clients to any of these destinations. This is how you become unforgettable, right? So let's share a couple more testimonials. Here's an agent. Some of you might have heard him before. Very popular. I just want to make one little quote here. He says, "What if every client sent you a postcard from some exotic place or dream vacation that you sent them on? Do you think they would be talking about you to their friends? Don't you know that they would bring you more referral and repeat business than trying to talk a stranger into trusting you and liking you? Don't think about it. Book your own trip today and start giving them away. TBI, baby." Thanks, Brad. We appreciate you. And so with that, I'm going to give you just a quick 7-day start plan. And everybody just, I'm going to just throw these out, but I can help you with these, okay? And how to use incentives and tie them in. So day one, you just pick your 25 past clients. Day two, maybe choose an offer, how you want to give this to them. Day three, you write your message. Day four, you send out your first batch, right? Day five, you're creating a referral ask, okay? Day six, you plan one event, maybe for in terms of being unforgettable. And day seven, you review and you repeat, okay? The whole goal here is not perfection. The goal is to become intentionally unforgettable and let Trip Valet start being part of that for you in your system, okay? Now, this is another top realtor in her company. And let me just share with you, she says, Mary Beth Anderson, she says, Trip Valet is one of the best client retention, growth, and appreciation programs available to us as producing agents. I've sent clients everywhere from Mexico to Vietnam to Greece, folks, and many locations in between. This is part of our closing gift, 1-year anniversary gift, and more. The value way exceeds the investment. I'd highly recommend this to anyone looking for ways to create stability and success within their business. Always happy to share and mastermind the ways we've made this work. Mary Beth Anderson. Thanks, Mary Beth. All right. So with that, everybody, I'm going to give you a couple things. You guys can scan this. We have a 7-day free trial. We want you to check it out, kick the tires, log in, send them out. If you have a listing come up, get in there and use one. I've got a PDF for everyone that's part of the run that I want to share with you guys on how to maximize like a listing. Like even the networking group we had today, sharing with them how to do it. They were like, "Oh my gosh," they couldn't wait. And so I got bombarded with those this morning. But the point is, go ahead and sign up for your 7-day free trial, guys. We don't want you to pay anything for the next 7 days. I want you to use the system. I want you to get in there, use them. Feel free to ask us questions. I'm in the group, of course, and then of course our team can help you. We go to support team, but get access, test the platform, and see how it can fit into your client appreciation and referral strategy. Okay, you can go straight to that website, tbireferralnetwork.com, or scan that QR code. All right, and here's the thing: you've got a 7-day free trial. Debbie asked me to give you guys a little bit more, and I'm going to offer this for this group because it's we've been friends and working with realtors in this group for a while. Is that anyone that purchases the annual membership, I'm going to throw in a 30-minute coaching per quarter for you. Okay. Now, Jennifer reminded me that we'll have to eventually cut this off just because it's my schedule, but I want to do this for a little while since we're kicking off this campaign. I'll just let you know, we've launched with Debbie Operation 1000. Basically what Operation 1000 is 1,000 realtors on this unforgettable realtor system. Okay. And so be one of them. All right. Take advantage of it. And you'll get me if you like anything I've shared with you or want me to share with you how some of these other top agents are using this. We'll tailor things just for your market. Okay. But you know, when you log in today, you'll see an annual one there, and you can sign up for that. And then, like I said, when you do that, I'll give you a coaching session every quarter. So I want you to use it for the year. Like, see, I'm not going to forget about you. I don't want you to forget about how to use this. I want you to implement it inside your business. Okay. So when you go in there, everybody, you'll see you'll pick your membership level, very simple to do. Your payment, you fill that all out, and then you'll go into there. And then here's the thing, you get immediate access. Okay. So you also notice that there's some other options as well. All right. But the of course the annual one has the extra benefit, especially for for Debbie's group inside the Real Estate Agent Referral Network. Okay. You complete your order, and then once again, the fast action bonus, private 30-minute strategy session, one-on-one, folks, one-on-one. And then until Jennifer says, Jimmy, you can't do these anymore because your schedule is too full. All right. So, anyways, lock that in. I'm gonna do it. Debbie asked me to give a little extra bonus for all of you. I want to honor that because we've been so fortunate and blessed to have so many realtors out of that group be part of our program. All right. So scan the QR code, type in go straight to that link. And I hope that we can help you guys become unforgettable inside your real estate business. All right. So let me do that. Do this. Let me stop my share. All right. So what I want to do now is I'm going to open up for any Q&A style here, and then we'll cut this part out. But the Q&A part, feel free to raise your hand or drop in a question if you have one in the chat. I'm going to start to read here. Good seeing you, Justina. Welcome. What else we got? Hey, Rico. Welcome. David Norm. Welcome. We have you. Hey, Lynn. Welcome. Esther. Hey, Bruce. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Okay. Any questions? I know you guys are time's valuable, but if you have any questions, you can drop it in here. And while you're thinking that, or maybe you're just going straight to the website, you have nothing to lose with your 7-day trial. But one thing I want you to know is that I've committed to meeting here every week, and I want to bring you, and I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to do live calls. I want to show you how powerful this can be when you actually give vacations to clients in real time as well. Lots of different things we're going to do. We're going to be here every week on this channel to help realtors inside this particular group become unforgettable. And I want to start to really start collecting more and more of these stories and testimonies from this group because, the reason why this has become such a large group is Debbie's done an amazing job of giving value, and we want to partner up with her that as well. All right. So it looks like maybe no questions today. All right. Well, listen, with that, everybody go to that link, tvireferralnetwork.com. It's in the chat here, tvireferralnetwork.com. Sign up for your 7-day free trial and then get started. If you have any questions, of course, we have a support team. And then, of course, I'm in the group as well. But looking forward to helping all of you become forgettable. All right. So with that, everybody, if we don't have any questions, I'm going to let you go because I know you guys are out there busy. And also, listen, if you have a listing, make sure that you get our PDF that tells you how to blow you. If you want all those comments like that and you want lots of views, let me help you get eyeballs on your listings. That's something immediate you can do. And man, that right there alone could change the game for you because you may get your buyer from that one listing. But most importantly, is you'll be in the feed, the algorithm, because you get so much activity as a realtor with those listings, right? So with that, everybody, thank you so much for your time and attention. We will also be dropping this in our playlist inside the Facebook group, and you can always come back or share it with some of your other friends also, and then that way they can get this information as well. So with that, thank you, everybody. God bless you all, and we will see you next week or in the networking group. We'll see you then, everybody. Thank you.